Hello and welcome back. I'm Mark Maloon and I'm talking about AI. And today I'm not going to demo anything new. There's really only one thing that I want to get across today. And today's date is March 16th, 2026. 6 years ago, cities all across America announced COVID is out of control, shelter in place. Now, if you remember the start of 2026, back in January, the news was reporting there was some mysterious illness sweeping across China. Well, so what else is new? It seems like every couple of years China has some sort of problem. Remember the bird flu? And then in February, there were some cases in the US, mostly along the coasts. And then it was mid-March. We're shutting everything down indefinitely. And if your reaction was like mine, it was like, what? There was just a handful of cases a couple of weeks ago. Now, for most of us, that was our first real-world experience of exponential growth. Like, I have a degree in mathematics, so I know what exponential growth is, but I still tend to relate to it as really fast. But exponential growth is far more than that. The hallmark of exponential growth is that sense of, I saw this coming, but I thought I had more time. Now, if you recall one of my earlier videos, I announced that back in early February, there were some new AI models that had built themselves. So we're in the realm of self-improving AI, and that is the official start of exponential growth. And what we're going to see in the months and certainly years to come, it's going to be explosive. Now, I spend a lot of time learning about this stuff. I read blog posts, I read posts on Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube, and I see what some people are working on. And, I can understand the terminology and I get a sense of what they're working on, but I can't do it. And I get really worried. I would say I get scared at times. And it's because not only are they further along than I am, but they're improving faster than I am. So there's this gap between where they are and where I am. And I know in a couple of months that gap is going to be even bigger. And that freaks me out. And when that happens, what I've found is that the best thing to do is not to fret, it's not to worry, it's not to hide, it's not to say, well, in 2 weeks, I'm really going to start learning this. The cure is actually just to take some action right now, to experiment, to do something that I haven't done before, perhaps not as advanced as what they do, but doing something, because that takes your attention off them and how fast they are and how far ahead they are and back onto you and what new things you are doing. And that is really important. Now, I don't know if these videos that I'm creating, whether they excite you or whether they scare you, but I urge you to start experimenting. And what I mean by experimenting, I know many of you are using AI to some degree. By experimenting, I mean doing something new, doing something you're not sure if it's going to work. And it may be as simple as using a different AI platform. The other day, I introduced Notebook LM, generating a interactive podcast. If that was something brand new to you, try that. I mean, you could actually take the example that I did and walk step by step and do the same thing. Or you could come up with a use case, something that you don't know if AI is capable of doing. You're not even sure of how you would specify it. It could be something that you really care about, or it could be completely made up. Like, you could have a job with a career and work for an employer, but just pretend that you had a small business and have AI create a marketing plan for you. What would you do? Well, you'd have to tell it what product or service you have, what's your ideal customer, what resources you have, what constraints you have, so on and so forth, and just give it a try. Just prompt it, just give it something, see what it comes up with. Do something new. So don't panic, okay? Easier said than done sometimes, but don't panic, but just try something new. There's a saying in sales, every no brings you to a yes. Experiments will fail, you will fail, okay? That's just the way it is. But nobody's watching, okay? So go ahead, try something new, learn from your mistakes, and see if you can get excited about it. I hope that these videos are exciting for you. I also hope they get you in action. Please start trying something new, and I'll see you in the next video.